World War II is often remembered through the lens of famous generals, massive battles and iconic events, but behind every headline, countless individuals displayed extraordinary courage and ingenuity. Some risked their lives behind enemy lines, others defied expectations to save soldiers, or turned the tide through intelligence, espionage, or sheer skill. Many of these heroes, however, remain largely unknown to history. This video shines a light on 12 forgotten heroes of World War II, men and women whose bravery shaped the course of the war, yet whose names rarely appear in history books. From daring resistance fighters to brave individuals who risked everything to gather critical intelligence, they went far beyond the call of duty. Despite their heroic actions, their stories often lurk behind the shadows of history. By highlighting these 12 extraordinary figures, we hope to honour their courage, recognise their achievements, and inspire readers with stories of heroism that deserve to be remembered. Nancy Wake, nicknamed the White Mouse by the Gestapo, was one of World War II's most daring resistance fighters. Born in New Zealand and raised in Australia, she joined the French resistance after fleeing occupied France. Wake quickly became a master of espionage and sabotage, leading thousands of operatives in daring raids against Nazi forces. Her remarkable courage and resourcefulness allowed her to evade capture multiple times, even when the Gestapo placed a price on her head. She organised supply drops, coordinated intelligence networks, and carried out sabotage missions that disrupted German operations. Wake's leadership was not just fearless, it was highly effective, striking a significant blow to Nazi control in occupied France. Beyond her tactical achievements, Nancy Wake symbolised resilience and determination. She defied gender expectations of the time, proving that women could play critical roles in warfare and resistance movements. After the war, she continued to inspire, receiving numerous honours for her bravery and service. Nancy Wake's story reminds us that courage in the shadows, far from the front lines, is often just as decisive as the battles fought on open fields. Her ingenuity, leadership and daring make her one of World War II's most extraordinary, yet often overlooked heroes. Noor Inayat Khan, a British Indian spy, became one of World War II's most remarkable agents working behind enemy lines. Trained by the Special Operations Executive, SOE, Khan served as a wireless operator in Nazi-occupied France, a role fraught with extreme danger. Operating under constant threat of capture, she maintained critical communication between the French resistance and London, transmitting vital intelligence that influenced Allied operations. Despite being pursued relentlessly by the Gestapo, Khan never compromised her mission or revealed sensitive information. Her courage and unwavering dedication made her a symbol of resilience and integrity in the face of unimaginable peril. Eventually, Khan was captured, imprisoned, and tortured. Yet even under brutal conditions, she refused to betray her comrades or the mission she had devoted herself to. She was executed in 1944, leaving behind a legacy of extraordinary bravery and sacrifice. Noor Inayat Khan's story highlights the immense risks undertaken by covert operatives in World War II. Her courage, intelligence, and unbreakable spirit make her one of the war's most inspiring and often forgotten heroes. Witold Pilecki, a Polish army officer, performed one of the most extraordinary acts of bravery during World War II. He voluntarily allowed himself to be captured and sent to Auschwitz to gather intelligence and organize resistance inside the camp. Inside Auschwitz, Pilecki established a covert network among prisoners, documenting atrocities, smuggling information to the Allies, and planning uprisings. His detailed reports were among the first to alert the world to the horrors occurring within the Nazi death camp, providing invaluable intelligence about the Holocaust. Pilecki's courage went beyond personal survival. He risked torture and execution daily to help others and ensure that the Allies understood the scale of Nazi crimes. After escaping the camp, he continued fighting for Poland until the end of the war, later falling victim to political persecution under the post-war communist regime. Witold Pilecki's story exemplifies the extraordinary lengths individuals took to resist oppression. His selflessness, intelligence, and unwavering commitment to justice make him one of World War II's most remarkable and tragically overlooked heroes. Lyudmila Pavlichenko, a Soviet sniper, became one of the deadliest marksmen in history with 309 confirmed kills during World War II. She fought on the Eastern Front, defending her country against the advancing German army with precision, patience, and extraordinary skill. Pavlichenko's achievements were not only a testament to her marksmanship, but also a powerful symbol of women's contributions to the war effort. Her calm under pressure and tactical intelligence allowed her to train other snipers, share critical battlefield insights, and boost the morale of her fellow soldiers. After surviving the front lines, Pavlichenko travelled to the United States to rally support for the Soviet war effort, becoming a public figure advocating for Allied cooperation. Her story challenged stereotypes of women in combat and highlighted the critical role they played in the most intense theatres of the war. Lyudmila Pavlichenko's courage, discipline, and lethal skill earned her legendary status. She remains an enduring example of heroism, demonstrating that bravery and effectiveness on the battlefield know no gender. Joseph Rochefort, a US Navy intelligence officer, played a pivotal role in turning the tide of the war in the Pacific through his work as a codebreaker. Leading a team at Station Hypo in Hawaii, Rochefort meticulously deciphered Japanese communications, uncovering critical information about fleet movements. His intelligence work was instrumental in planning the Battle of Midway, 1942. By accurately predicting Japanese strategy, Rochefort enabled the US Navy to ambush and decisively defeat the Japanese fleet, marking a turning point in the Pacific theatre. His keen analytical mind and attention to detail transformed raw intercepted data into actionable strategy, saving countless lives and ships. Rochefort's contributions were largely behind the scenes, but his impact on the outcome of the war cannot be overstated. His story highlights the vital role of intelligence, analysis, and unsung heroes whose brilliance shaped the course of World War II. Dietrich Bonhoeffer, a German theologian, stood as a beacon of conscience and courage during one of history's darkest periods. He openly opposed Hitler and the Nazi regime, risking his life to resist oppression. Bonhoeffer was involved in plots to assassinate Hitler, working clandestinely to save lives and undermine the Nazi leadership. His unwavering commitment to morality and justice ultimately led to his arrest and execution in a concentration camp in 1945. Despite facing imminent death, he remained steadfast in his principles, inspiring countless others to stand against tyranny. Bonhoeffer's heroism reminds us that courage isn't only found on the battlefield. Moral integrity, the willingness to act against injustice, and the sacrifice of personal safety for the greater good are forms of heroism that resonate beyond the context of war. His life and legacy continue to inspire those who fight for justice in the face of oppression. Virginia Hall, an American agent for the Special Operations Executive, SOE, became one of World War II's most daring and effective spies. Despite having a prosthetic leg, Hall operated in Nazi-occupied France, coordinating resistance networks, organizing sabotage missions, and gathering intelligence critical to Allied operations. Her ingenuity and resourcefulness allowed her to evade capture repeatedly, moving through occupied territory with courage and precision. Hall's efforts disrupted German supply lines, provided vital intelligence, and strengthened the effectiveness of the French resistance. Hall's story is a testament to perseverance and determination. She defied expectations, showing that physical limitations or societal norms could not hinder one's contribution to the war effort. Her bravery and strategic impact make her one of the most extraordinary and often overlooked heroes of World War II. Claire Phillips, an American spy in the Philippines, used ingenuity and courage to support the resistance against Japanese occupation. Posing as a nightclub entertainer, she smuggled supplies, passed intelligence to Allied forces, and helped organize underground operations, all while maintaining the guise of an entertainer in a dangerous environment. Her actions required extraordinary courage and discretion. Phillips risked her life daily, knowing that exposure could mean torture or execution. Yet she persisted, using her wits and resourcefulness to aid Allied soldiers and resistance fighters in a theatre where the line between life and death was perilously thin. Phillips' story highlights the unconventional ways individuals contributed to the war effort. Her bravery, intelligence, and audacity demonstrate that heroism in World War II extended far beyond traditional combat, often flourishing in the shadows where courage met creativity. Charles Upham, a New Zealand soldier, is one of only 3 individuals in history to receive the Victoria Cross twice, the highest award for gallantry in the British Commonwealth. Serving in Europe during World War II, Upham displayed unparalleled courage, leadership and determination in the face of intense combat. He led troops under heavy fire, carried out daring assaults, and repeatedly risked his life to save others. His extraordinary actions not only earned him 2 Victoria Crosses, but also inspired fellow soldiers and cemented his legacy as one of the war's most remarkable figures. Upham's story exemplifies selflessness, tactical brilliance, and relentless courage. His repeated acts of heroism highlight the extraordinary impact one individual can have on the battlefield and serve as a reminder of the exceptional valour that shaped World War II. Richard Bong, a US Army Air Force pilot, became America's highest-scoring fighter ace during World War II, with 40 confirmed aerial victories. Flying in the Pacific Theatre, Bong demonstrated exceptional skill, precision, and courage in aerial combat, often facing overwhelming odds. Beyond his remarkable record, Bong's leadership and determination inspired fellow pilots and contributed significantly to the air superiority that was crucial for Allied success in the Pacific. Despite his fame among military circles, his legacy remains understated compared to other wartime figures, even though his achievements were extraordinary as he received the Medal of Honor. Sadly, Major Bong died in August 1945 while test flying a jet that exploded in flight. Bong's story highlights the daring and skill required of fighter pilots and underscores the impact a single individual can have on the broader war effort. His bravery in the skies exemplifies the personal courage that defined many unsung heroes of World War II. Desmond Doss, a US Army medic and conscientious objector, displayed unparalleled bravery during the Battle of Okinawa. Refusing to carry a weapon, he dedicated himself to saving lives, often venturing into the thick of combat to rescue wounded soldiers under heavy fire. Doss personally saved 75 men in a single battle, demonstrating that courage and heroism do not require wielding a weapon. His steadfast commitment to his principles and his selfless actions earned him the Medal of Honor, making him the first conscientious objector to receive the nation's highest military award. Desmond Doss's story reminds us that heroism comes in many forms. His unwavering dedication to preserving life amidst the horrors of war serves as a timeless example of moral courage, resilience, and extraordinary compassion in the face of danger. Lydia Litvyak, a Soviet pilot, became one of World War II's most extraordinary figures. Known as the White Lily of Stalingrad, she was a fighter ace credited with 12 confirmed kills in daring dogfights against German aircraft. Litvyak defied stereotypes of women in combat, demonstrating exceptional skill, courage, and determination in the skies. Her audacity inspired fellow pilots and became a symbol of the Soviet Union's commitment to total resistance against the Nazi invasion. Despite the dangers of aerial combat, she remained relentless, taking on missions that pushed the limits of both pilot endurance and tactical ingenuity. Lydia Litvak's legacy endures as a testament to bravery, skill, and the often overlooked contributions of women in wartime. Her heroism reminds us that courage can take many forms, and that extraordinary individuals often rise to meet the greatest challenges, regardless of gender. The 12 heroes featured in this video exemplify extraordinary courage, ingenuity, and selflessness during World War II. Each faced immense danger, often behind the scenes, yet their actions had profound impacts on the course of the war. Recognizing these forgotten heroes is crucial, not only to honor their sacrifices, but also to understand the diverse ways courage and determination shaped history. Their stories inspire us to appreciate the extraordinary acts of ordinary people and highlight that even in the darkest times, individuals can make a lasting difference. Albeit remembering their contributions, we ensure that these remarkable figures continue to inspire future generations, proving that heroism often thrives where it is least expected, yet most needed.